Hello and welcome to Dr. Paulus Hill Junior Stadium on the campus of Thornton Academy. I'm Zach Tarenko here with Jeff Cushionberry on TATV, bringing you this boys soccer matchup between the home team, the Thornton Academy Golden Trojans, and the away team, the Bonny Eagle Scots. TA comes into this game 1-2, just who had just beat Kennebunk 3-1 last week. Bonny Eagle coming in 0-3, who have lost all three of their games this season, looking for their first win. Should be a good contest here. The sun is still shining in the sky. It's very hot outside, and it'll be a good one here as our athletic director Gary Stevens is going through the starting lineups. Jeff, what do you want to see between these two teams today?
Well, for Thornton Academy, they started off the season with a couple losses. Got to get a win in the last one, so trying to get that first home victory of the season. Again, it's going to take a little while for this Thornton Academy team to gel. Again, quite a few new players as always. A lot of international students. Hopefully, we have some families watching from around the world. We had some great goals the last time we were here. It's already escaping me who they played.
South Portland.
South Portland, that's right. We had three really good goals, one by Thornton Academy, two by Thornton Academy, one by the Red Riots. For Thornton Academy in that game, they're up 2-1 or 1-0 in that game and just couldn't hold on to that lead. So if you're a TA today, you want to make sure that you hold on to that lead and get another win because it's not like everyone makes the playoffs anymore and so every game matters. This is the team on paper that Thornton Academy should be favored against. Again, Scots come in at 0-3, Thornton Academy 1-2, but these are the games, it's not the first week anymore, and it's just getting closer to the midseason, so we want to make sure that you take care of the games that you should take care of so that at the end of the season you're not regretting what you had a chance to do. So beautiful day out here. Looks like it's going to be turning some fall weather starting tomorrow. Much cooler, but tonight it definitely feels like late summer out here. It was really, really windy after school today. I don't know if you noticed that. It's still definitely windy. I'm looking at the American flag. It does not seem nearly as windy as it was 3 hours ago. So that shouldn't be too much of a factor. But and it's a half day today of school here at Thornton Academy, so hopefully the boys are nice and well rested. No cramping or anything going on here as we're about ready to have the national anthem here from Hill Stadium.
Ladies and gentlemen, this time we'd ask everybody please rise, and gentlemen, please remove your hats as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem.
We are just about set to go here.
Do want to mention one of our sponsors, as always, for the pregame show is Webb Law Firm. John Webb, good friend of the program. Again, his son Jack got to play for the University of Maine. He's again played for Sacred Heart football in Maine. He got a start, at least in week 1. So shout out to Jack, former TATV member as well. And again, just mentioning if you're interested in your local business being sponsored here for TATV, we've got some great deals still running. So you can send us a message if you want. Or email me at jeff.christenberry@thorntonacademy.org by just sending a message right here on any of our social media channels. I can hook you up with the information on that. Again, we have another busy couple of days coming up here of live streaming. We have today boys soccer, tomorrow girls soccer, and then an interesting matchup on Saturday. Thornton Academy football versus Bedford, New Hampshire. First year that these teams will be playing teams from New Hampshire. Lots of I was talking to some of the assistant coaches today for TA. This film session this week is much more important than usual for them because they don't really get to see these teams play that much, and they're playing against teams who don't even know how they are. So should be an interesting game. That'll be on Saturday here at 1:30 at Hill Stadium. So for now, we'll head it to Zach Tarenko for the call as Thornton Academy and Bonny Eagle set to square off here in boys soccer.
first goal is going to count the most for either team. Looking back at the first 3 games, TA's only scored 3 goals this season. Oh, excuse me, TA has scored more than that. Ski has scored 5 goals this season, and Bonny Eagles only scored 3. 3 of TA's 5 goals have come from Jeremiah Gomez, which all of them have also been free kicks, which we saw one of those.
Yeah, he had a beautiful one last time.
And now a chance for an early shot and a score. Early goal for number 10 for Thornton Academy. That's Joao Pavai, who got a nice ball right over the top, and it looked like he was offside, so it looked like Bonny Eagle decided really not to press hard on that first play, and he just tapped it right by. So Pavai gets his 2nd goal of the season and gets one early in this game for TA.
Oh, great start there for the Trojans. Pavai almost looked like he was waiting for the offside flag to come up or something, but that's a great start there for the Trojans. Exactly what the doctor ordered here against Bonny Eagle. And for BE, I'm not sure what happened. For a second, I got mixed up with the fields. I thought maybe Thornton Academy was playing it back to their goalie because there's 2 guys that were behind the defense there. So not sure if they're playing a high line offside trap there, but whatever it was, good for Thornton Academy. 1-0 to the Trojans.
TA scores 21 seconds into the game. Really good start for them, and here they come now. Here's number 17, that's Vasco Malero. Malero kicked out of bounds by number 8, that is Igan Kabading for Bonny Eagle.
First corner of the game for the Trojans.
It'll be Tyler Lydon to take the corner. Lydon getting his first start since their last game. That header is missed off the jump by Justin LaBelle. This ball goes back to Dylan Bellmare. Now TA gonna try to move the ball forward again, but this one now taken forward by Bonny Eagle.
I think for Thornton Academy Soccer over the last several years is the consistency. I mean, they have games, they have players that are fantastic, and they play very strong. It's just a matter of day in, day out, and I know that Coach Carlson talks about the mentality. I mean, soccer and almost more than any other sports about mentality. That's onside as well.
There's Malero with the cross, and the keeper comes back to make a save. Nice save there by, I believe,
Number 2.
Number 2. Was not listed on the roster, but if I had to guess, that would be Ryder Owens, who had 7 saves in their loss to Chevrolet 5-2 last week. Here comes number 14 for Bonny Eagle. That's Jacob Schmader. Now trying to get into space. That one is blocked off the leg of Jeremiah Chessie. This one comes out to VT, who had a goal in that loss to South Portland.
You can see already Thornton Academy is trying to exploit this high line by Bonny Eagle, and they had 2 guys there ready to run forward. You just have to be a little bit disciplined.
Definitely. If
you're Thornton Academy there, you don't want to go too far offside.
Well, we have a second here. We also want to thank some of our other sponsors here on TATV, the PNC Insurance and Soccer Bedford Savings, as well as, you had said before, Jeff, the Webb Family Law Firm, who hosts our pregame, halftime, and postgame show here on TATV. Here's Gomez trying to kick it forward.
But still high line. Look, I mean, there's 3 Thornton Academy guys streaking forward, so.
Gomez and Pavai kind of playing together within that center attacking mid, and
right now Bonny Eagle looking a little like Liverpool, playing that high line, not working very often here in this year. More Champions League games today if you're a soccer fan. I saw those Maccabi Haifa was up on PSG early on, but I think they tied that one up. See if there's any interesting scores from the Champions League. It's interesting, Zach, so because of the World Cup being, you know, in the middle of the soccer season, everything's kind of compressed, and so usually the Champions League group stages take several months, but this year they're kind of squeezing it all in like a month and a half, and it's kind of nice because they played just last weekend. There's another group game this week, so it's
get a lot
of soccer in over the next 8 months.
And I guess a lot of those teams actually, it almost kind of works out, not in a good way, obviously, because the Premier League has been kind of postponed for a few weeks because of Queen Elizabeth, who passed away. But in that sense, it almost kind of worked out, not in a good way, because those Premier League teams that are in the Champions League can get those games in without having to kind of intermix with that.
Yeah.
pretty
Either way,
on
they're going to be
schedule.
playing a lot of games in a short period of time. So
Yeah.
this players are going to be tired by the end of the year. But Bonny Eagle struggling to get it out right now. It's kind of hinted out of play. Even the goal kick that was before didn't really go very far. So it's going to be out on the Trojans actually. So again, girls soccer tomorrow, 6:30, playing the
Biddeford
Tigers.
Yep.
And do want to give a shout out Trojan Talk, starring Zach Tarenko and Cole Purvis and Isaac Edwards with a cameo by me. Will be premiering tomorrow, and we actually have a feature on the girls soccer team. Talked to two of their players or captains today. Nice conversation. They had a very interesting answer on who is the jokester on the team, so you'll have to tune in to see that. You'll be able to check that out on our YouTube page or on Spotify or Apple Podcasts. I usually post it sometime mid-morning tomorrow. Also, just want to give a thanks to anybody who tuned in to the football game live stream that we had last week.
That was an amazing broadcast.
Not only a good game between Oxford Hills and TA, but our most successful broadcast ever, especially concurrently. Now, we've had a lot of views on some graduations, but we had almost 1,000 viewers by the end of that game between Oxford Hills and TA. Of course, unfortunately, Thornton Academy comes up short, but we're glad to have anybody viewing. And if you're watching from either down the street or from around the country or around the world, you can drop a comment in the comment section telling us who you're cheering for, whether it's a player or team, and where you're cheering from. I always like to give a shout out on the air there.
That was almost offsides by Adam Harmon, but Belmare was able to recover on that play, and it ends up out of bounds throw-in for Bonny Eagle. So again, we are only just a few minutes in here, about 6.5 in, and TA leads 1-0. Their score was in the first 30 seconds off the tap into the corner by Joao Pavai for the Trojans, his second of the season.
He's a Brazilian.
Bonny Eagle trying to clear it back to the center, but the keeper, Rory Bodwin, a junior, can pick it up for the Trojans, and he will punt away. This one heading towards the sideline, but Malero got a piece of it. Bonny Eagle controls it.
Now, Zach, you obviously played a lot of goalie in your young sports career, and tough tackle there. When you collect the ball there in that situation, how often are you? Is it a strategic kind of clear out? Obviously, when you see in the pros, like every single ball that they hit has some kind of destination, but it seems like a lot of times here, onside.
Which is a little confusing to me, but Leiden will try to put this one back in, and then a header, score. Nice ball by Tyler Leiden. That one to
number 10.
Yep, Pavai again for his second goal. So Malero, I believe, might have been offsides. They kind of came back to Leiden, and a beautiful cross in by Tyler Leiden gives Pavai second goal and TA a 2-goal lead now in this one.
That was a great header there. I mean, he kind of stood on the spot. He kept his composure and kind of almost angled it right into where he wanted it. So just beautiful start here from the Trojans. And that was a little too easy. Now, again, with the offside, it's tough. I mean, they have two officials here in this game. They have no linesmen, so the officials obviously can't always be right on the line. So it's just one of those things that you just kind of have to accept for both teams. And I don't know if that was egregious. It was just, tight call. But, again, that's one of those things that you have to kind of account for. In high school soccer, you're not going to have a ton of linesmen, so you have to, if you have a defensive strategy where you're playing an offside trap, you sometimes may not get the benefit of the call, and it's really no fault of the officials. It's just reality. So for TA, good job exploiting it here. Hopefully they can get a couple more goals here and just put this game away in the first half. Would be great for them and their morale going forward.
VT trying to attack there, but was stopped. He's a throw in on the far side for Belmare. But to your point earlier, I do think that obviously there's a definite skill level difference between high school and the Premier League. But there is definitely some strategy to where you want to place the ball. You kind of want to put it towards space or somewhere you think the player is going to be able to control the ball, and obviously not just out of bounds. Sometimes, though, that might be the best play. Just kick it as far as you can get it out so your team can get a rest. But at this point, I don't think that TA is needing any rest or will need to try and relieve pressure because they've been in Bonny Eagle's half for almost the entire game so far.
Yeah, one question I had too to have seen is the difference between when, let's say, you're just going to kick it straight on, kicking it straight forward or kicking it from the side. You see all the pro guys when they kick it kind of almost like at an angle. Have you learned much about that?
Um,
Because they say the angle is better because it has more spin on the ball, but instead of just like kind of drop kicking it like all of us would like a football as a kid punting, they kind of kick it from kind of the side angle. And I was just wondering if
Yeah.
that's something that's taught very often, or is that just something that certain goalies prefer, or if there's a preferred way to do it. I don't know.
I think at a young age, I think it's more of a preference, the way you want to strike the ball, obviously, or the way that you feel you can strike the ball best. I think some people, the way that they can kick a ball off of like dropping it to themselves, it kind of, I wouldn't say knuckleballs it, but it doesn't have a lot of spin on it. Other people, the spin just gets it farther. It is more of a preference, but
So it definitely seems more difficult to do it sideways. You know what I mean?
Yes.
From the angle.
Yep.
And when you're a young kid, I mean, you're just hoping to get contact with the ball, obviously. But it's yeah, it's interesting how much you can get on there.
that cross was
Not great.
just hit the outside of the close post and not even really make it in bounds. And it'll be a goal kick for Ryder Owens, who has done a decent job so far. I mean, hasn't really had a lot of shots on goal. The two goals were really unfortunate. A one-on-one, and Pavai was just able to tap it by, and not much the keeper's going to do. And then on that header there, just not really much you're going to be able to do. He dove for it and just missed it. Here is now number 5, Sam Coldwell. Stoddard tried to keep that one down. Here's LaBelle. Goes back to Belmare. Belmare into Malero. Malero trying to turn right into Adam Harmon. Now here comes Bonny Eagle, but stopped by LaBelle. LaBelle trying to put a through ball in. It's blocked down by Bonny Eagle. Now here they come, Harmon, but Gomez took it away.
Right now, Thornton Academy is dominating midfield. You know, when they lose the ball, they're pressing. I'm sure Coach Carlson's going to love that.
As Stoddard tries to take this one away, good tackle. That ball will roll out of bounds. It'll be a Bonny Eagle throw-in, but it's a good pressure, and midfield wins right now for Thornton Academy over Bonny Eagle. 2-0 lead, 28:45 to go in the first half. Goals both by Pavai, his second and third of the season. He's now tied for the lead. Here comes Gomez. Nice through ball to Pavai. Pavai looking for the hat trick, and he scores. There it is. Pavai gets the hat trick.
Wow. What a great start from Pavai today.
I think he heard me saying he was, only had 2 and was tied for the lead of the team in goals. Now he is the sole leader with 4 on the season and 3 in the game.
So the thing about it is some of these students, that they come in, they're coming from Brazil, from Mexico, from Spain, and it's all about the confidence. You know, it's such a different game here in the United States, especially in the Northeast, than they're used to. Obviously they come in, I'm speaking generalizations, very much highly skilled technically.
Yep.
It's a very physical game here. Obviously not only just a lot of the running and the tackling, but the weather. You know, it's like right now is like in their sweet spot from where they're coming from mostly. Here's another rush here from Thornton Academy. I'll finish my thought in a second.
Gomez tried to put a ball in the box. It curved a little bit and went left of the post.
But it's really about getting that confidence early in the season. And there have been some years that they just haven't been able to feel like they belong and kind of fit into the team. And it's no one's real fault. It's just how it is. But if you get some of these guys, these really highly skilled technical guys, super confident early on, then the sky's the limit for these teams. There's no question about it.
Definitely.
And for Bonny Eagle, really, they're just defensively, they're just getting beaten to almost every 50-50 ball.
Nice move there by Malero to get around the Bonny Eagle defender. That was number 5, Sam Coldwell. In the corner, Coldwell trying to stop Malero. Will be out of bounds and be a goal kick. And here comes the first sub of the game. This one for Bonny Eagle. This is Arlo Libby. Gonna check in and off. We'll go number 8. That's Egan Kabading. Some subs also going to check on for Thornton Academy. Usually Carlson doesn't go into his bench too early, but with a 3-0 lead, I think he feels a lot more comfortable in this game. Pavai trying to put one through to VT. VT still pressing on the ball. It's taken away by Bonny Eagle. Now here's Harmon. Gomez cuts back in the center. That ball is crossed over to Stoddard, and Stoddard tried to find Pavai through. VT coming from the far side, but Ryder Owens can make the save as he dove out into the end of his box.
Yeah, VT's the one who had that fantastic goal. Last time we broadcasted these guys against South Portland.
That through ball is sent back by Chessie for the Trojans. VT now pressing up on Brady Robida. And here come 4 subs on. We have number 6, Will Bedard, number 13.
Hey, Dan. How's that proposal coming?
Number 27.
Just finished. I am sending it right now.
Okay, good.
Again, just looking at our upcoming schedule. Thursday, girls soccer. Saturday, football. And then next Friday is our next one, boys soccer against Falmouth. So we got a little bit of a break, Zach, for next week. We've had quite a
How are we looking for noon?
streams here. After this weekend, we would have done maybe
We got like 2
9
minutes.
of them in like 15 days or something like that. So
Dan.
good start to the season, and our plan is to get at least 4. As that ball almost goes in there from Gomez. 4 from each sport. That's what we're going to say.
Yeah, blocked off the leg of one of the Bonny Eagle defenders. And I feel like almost we have a decent amount right at the end of the season too, like a couple games in a row. Obviously starts to get spread out at the end just because most of the other sports, but boys soccer, girls soccer, and field hockey all end around, I would say like the 13th or 14th of October, as that shot by Gomez is way over the bar. But football, because they only do 1 game a week, or and every Saturday or Friday or whatever that it is, it goes until like the end of October, like the 29th, I think is the last game. So, but we'll definitely have some playoff games hopefully in there. It looks, field hockey's 3-1, girls soccer is 3-1, boys soccer. I don't want to call a game this early, but it looks like they'll be moving if we get their second win here. And so, all the teams doing pretty well so far.
Golf's doing well too. But we don't live stream them, but they're doing fantastic as usual. Their season goes so fast. They're like halfway through their regular season already. Golf is.
I think they're undefeated. I know one of them ended up being counted as a tie, but I think in the way that
they won. Yeah, they won the tiebreak in that one. So I believe they're like 6 or 7-0. So
yep.
They play a home match tomorrow in case anybody's interested going.
The crazy thing is that golf will probably be.
They're done like mid-October. They're done.
Yeah.
Their state championships in early October. So.
That's going to be a good program for the next couple of years because they've had starters on, or I wouldn't maybe call it starters, but they've had players playing matches starting in their freshman year. A couple names come to mind like Will Benoit and, oh my God, his name, Jack DeLeo as well. 2 very good golfers, and they're both, I believe, sophomores this year. So
they have a ton of kids on the team. They had 30 kids try out, which is insane. So good for them. Coach Kamari, the juggernaut down there, is looking for another state championship.
Did they win last year?
No. They came in second in states. So they've won. Oh God, it's been 4 or 5 years since they won last states. Come close every year, but
good tackle there on Lucas Drinkwater by Gomez. It'll be another throw-in for Coldwell.
So if you're Coach Carlson now, he's like, keep your shape. You definitely want to keep a clean sheet no matter what happens. And don't get too overzealous. And the thing, too, is like when you're up like this, you don't want to create any bad habits and try to do some crazy skill moves as well that you're not going to be able to pull off against some of the top teams.
Good block there by Dominguez. And now Gomez with a nice through ball.
Beautiful.
To Ryland Fauché, who was onside. Fauché put a cross on, but he just couldn't get a good touch on it.
He had 2 guys, one right in the middle, wide open, would have been a tap in. That's tough, though. You're running full sprint there, trying to get it in before it hits the byline, so not an easy play for Fauché there.
This kick away by Owens. Goes to DeJuma. Almost got a piece of it, but it was picked up by Jacob Schmader. Olela. Good tackle. Ends up with Schmader back to Drinkwater. Now here comes Schmader. Schmader couldn't hold it for too long as Leiden took it away, and then Chessie cleared it. Bonny Eagle with their first offensive attack here today, but taken away by LaBelle, and LaBelle puts Fauché through.
Yeah, a little too much on that one. But you can see still the high line for Bonny Eagle defensively.
waited to pick up that ball. And one of the things we saw last game was that Harris Stoddard, one of their starting center mids, who really has an impact for this team, for the Trojans, didn't play much of that second half of that last game we broadcasted. I actually spoke to him today, and he said that he was kind of just going to watch his, wear. Said he had some soreness in his back and was going to watch how that felt. And I think that this is almost like the perfect storm for him, is that they're up 3-0, and that Coach Carlson doesn't really need to use him today, and so he can, take the day just to, rest and watch the game and be back in the next for the next couple of weeks, where they'll definitely have a lot of important games if they want to make the playoffs.
Right. It's all about heels, so it's not just about the wins, but who you beat as well. Look at some of the Champions League scores. Chelsea and Salzburg 1-1. Juventus losing to Benfica. Interesting.
Ooh.
No other real upsets. Man City beat Borussia Dortmund 2-1. So there you go. And Real Madrid also victors today.
I wish my team was in the Champions League.
Maybe someday again.
Nice ball by Olela. DeJuma was trying a long outside run. Leiden, good tackle there, and Olela, good stop. Olela trying to play through 3 Bonny Eagle defenders, and they'll take it away, but job by Olela. Dominguez off the knee of DeJuma. Olela trying to go through. Olela now trying to put pressure on, but it's out wide. Bonny Eagle going to try to save it. They cannot.
The corner kick for the Trojans.
Be a
halfway point, Zach, at this first half. All systems go for TA, scoring so quickly into the beginning of the game.
3 goals already, all from João Pavai. That cross goes in, and a nice
good
grab
catch
by Ryder Owens.
Good hands there. He had a couple TA players right behind him. Ready to pounce.
This ball finds its way to Drinkwater. Drinkwater tries to send a through ball, and it finds its way to Schmader. Schmader cuts back for Bonny Eagle. Here's Drinkwater. Drinkwater trying to go through everybody, and that shot comes in and a nice save. That was off the foot of Gabriel Holanda.
A disappointing ending there for Bonny Eagle. They had a good move going, got a couple lucky bounces, but just the shot didn't have enough on it to trouble the Thornton Academy keeper.
Gomez tried to take it away.
Scots just want some pressure here to take some pressure off their defense. And goalie.
Gomez tried the through ball to Fauché. This one, Olela back to Fauché. Fauché going to try to get in the box, but it's tackled away by Bonny Eagle and end up out of bounds, be another corner. So even though that one didn't work out for TA on the through ball, Fauché will have a corner kick for the Trojans.
Ooh, missed hit there.
Corner did not get up in the air. Here's number 19, Holanda. This one taken away by Gomez, and he was tackled.
It's dangerous territory here for Gomez. Good angle.
He had a beautiful free kick from about, I would say about 25 or so yards out in that South Portland game, and then 2 free kicks from a little bit closer range in the win over Kennebunk. But this is good, a decent angle for him. He is a righty, so he does have a lot of curve on his shot. Gomez, and that one is high, and
had a little curve on it, just didn't get his knee over the ball enough.
But not the end of the world for Thornton Academy, who still hold that 3-0 lead. And 2 more subs going to check on for TA here after this next play.
Santiago Loret coming on.
And Elijah DeRisi. Owens kick, headed by Gomez. DeJuma trying to keep it in bounds. Going to end up out of bounds back near the corner flag. This throw will be for Coldwell. won't have much room to work with. Bonny Eagle going to have to start from all the way in there.
No ball boys here today, so sometimes they have to chase the ball a little bit once it goes out of bounds.
Here's Drinkwater. Olayla takes the ball away. Nice cutback by Olayla. Another one. Gives it to Dejuma. Dejuma couldn't keep it in bounds.
Right idea, just ran out of time.
Yep.
Ran out of space, I should say. Here come the subs here for the Trojans.
They will give.
They'll change of formation as well for TA. Or not change of formation, should say change of personnel in terms of who's playing where. Defenders moving up in midfield.
I'll give LaBelle and Leiden breaks for TA. Leiden had one of the assists on the Pavai hat trick. Drinkwater can't get ahead on it, and Lorette with a good tackle. That was a cleat-to-cleat tackle. Here's Dejuma, tried to go across to Dominguez, but it was taken away by Bonny Eagle. And Gomez with a nice tackle and takeaway. Here comes Gomez, a nice move. Gomez getting into the box, a nice cross.
Great anticipation from Thornton Academy's midfield and defenders today. That's really where they're intercepting these passes, and that was a great play by Gomez. Just couldn't find somebody on the other end of that ball.
Owens will roll it out to his right back. Fauché with pressure as a foul.
Ouch.
On Fauché. Bonny Eagle probably went down, but seems to be okay. That was Finley Whiting, a junior for Bonny Eagle. Dejuma got a touch on that, but Coldwell still receives the pass. Coldwell trying to thread that ball through the TA defense. Olayla takes it away. Olayla, good defense there by number 10. That's Matt Chamberlain. Chessie, it went off the leg of DeRisi, so it ends up backwards. And Belmare was able to clear it out to Bedard. Bedard with a 1-2 pass, but Bonny Eagle sends it all the way back to their defense. Now Belmare putting another ball, trying to get it through. Olayla, good touch, and now Olayla with a chance
Trouble.
to go one-on-one.
1 yard too far. That ball was, that would have been an easy move and tap in.
Yeah, Olayla almost got there in time, but Owens waited till the perfect moment to come out. He wanted to see how fast that ball was going to move, and he's able to come out and make a nice save there. Keeps this game 3-0 TA.
Yeah, almost came out a little, didn't come out. You know, I think he should have come out a little early, anticipated that. I mean, it ended up working out in the end, but. Just want to give a quick plug as well. Homecoming's only a couple weeks away, and we're going to have a lot of great events. We'll have obviously a football game. There'll also be a community bonfire on Friday night, so check that out. It's at the end of September here, 2 weeks, a little over 2 weeks away. Pretty typical homecoming, finally, Zach.
Yeah, it's been a while. I remember going to the homecoming my freshman year, and then really, I think.
Well, sophomore year should have been normal, right? And then obviously,
no,
that's right. That was the first COVID year, yeah.
That was the first like full COVID year, and then junior year, I just think it
didn't have one, yeah.
I think they just chose not to have one.
Yeah. So it's been since freshman year for you.
It's a through ball now. That one was stopped. Chamberlain was trying to move through TA's defense. Dominguez is pushed down, and now Dominguez is going to try to fight for the ball here. Still a pretty aggressive game. Bonny Eagle trying to put pressure on TA's defense. And as TA starts to get a little more comfortable in this game, shape has kind of broken down a little bit, but not enough to cause any trouble. As Bedard will throw it in. Bedard trying to get it to Fauché. Fauché on the far side of the field, trying to cut through. Nice move. Here comes Ryland Fauché. Fauché stepping in the box. Fauché shoots, and he put it too high. Fauché.
He's going to want that one back.
Yeah, that would have been his first varsity goal. Fauché is a sophomore. Did a great job on that run, but just put too much power on it. Here is Owens. Makes its way to Agan Kabading. Dominguez trying to get through to Olayla. Olayla goes down. Olayla got hit on his leg, and he's down on the field, and the ref will blow the whistle.
Seems to be okay. It's a minute.
Olela is okay, and he will stay on the field. It'll be, I believe, a drop kick, and Gomez will just send it into DeJuma. DeJuma trying to get it to Olela. Olela turned the wrong way, so Bonny Eagle had a chance at it. Belmare, the header. Down to Schmader. Here's Olela. Put into space for Gomez. Gomez gave it over to Santiago Lorette. DeJuma trying to put it back inside, but Bonny Eagle took it away.
Good space here on the left. Just not enough on it.
Schmader could not get there in time. Lorette tried to give it to Gomez, but put too much power on it. This one is taken away by Adam Harmon. Gomez threw ball to Fauché, and then
I feel like they're determined to get Fauché a goal here today.
yeah,
It's one of those things. Anytime they get a penalty, if they get a penalty kick or anything, he's going to be the one to take it. No question about it.
this ball into space for Arlo Libby. Bonny Eagle tried to clear the ball forward, but Dominguez gave it to Gomez. Gomez now a nice through ball to DeJuma. DeJuma came out, and Owens was able to
Little nutmeg.
move it through. Lorette tried to put a shot on.
Oh. From my angle, it looked like I had a chance.
I mean,
I really wanted that
wouldn't-
for Santi.
I wouldn't. Carlson obviously not happy with that play, but I think that's a decent idea by Lorette. I mean, the keeper was definitely so far out he wouldn't have gotten a chance at it.
Looks like we had some people cheering for Lorenzo online. Also, Joao as well. Welcome to the broadcast. Glad you're joining us here from sunny Saco, Maine. Very warm here today. Probably about, I'd say probably about 23 to 24 Celsius. Maybe a little less than that. If you, for those from watching internationally who don't know Fahrenheit, it's pretty warm.
I wish I knew.
But then tomorrow it'll be like 14 Celsius. So I can show you how quickly it changes here. Just wait one day here in Maine, the weather changes.
What's the convert? How do you do the convert? Is it math? Is it
It's
math?
a weird math equation. So we actually
Okay.
did this once. We did a trivia night for the dorm students, and one of the questions was, how do you convert Fahrenheit into Celsius? It's a weird thing. It's like taking the number and dividing by 2 and then multiplying by 0.7 or something like that. It's
Yeah.
not an easy conversion. It's just one of those things where, I spent some time in Mexico and in Europe, and you just look at the heat and air conditioning in your room, and you know, like, okay, well, this is about 20, which is like 20 is like 74, something like that.
Okay.
So, and I know like 35 is like really hot. That's like 100 degrees. So you
Yeah.
just kind of use that as a barometer and just kind of estimate in the middle. And 0 is 32, of course.
Okay.
So it's more of a feel for it.
So what did you say today was in Celsius?
I'd say today was like 24. Like it was about an
Okay.
80,
Yeah.
low 80s. Probably not right now because the breeze definitely helps. But when I came out of school today at 2:30, it was warm.
It definitely was. And for those watching, Lorenzo Vitti and Joao Pavai, you may not see much of them the next in this game. Not sure if Coach Carlson will put them back on after Pavai put up 3 goals early in this one.
Long season ahead, you want to rest them up a little bit. 7.5 minutes to go in the half. We'll have we'll take a look at some of our ads, of course, but also learn a little bit about Thornton Academy Middle School. Again, if you're interested, if you have a student in 6th through 8th grade or even 5th grade now, you're looking for a great option. Thornton Academy Middle School is a small school on campus here, only about 140 students or so, grades 6 through 8, and accepting students from all over the place. So nice small school atmosphere. And some of these boys soccer players, I'm sure, played for the TAMS team as well back in the day. Ooh.
Owens almost let that ball go right over his head. We see some new subs in for TA now. We have number 20, Luca Trujillo, and number 18, Amir Palma, and number 3, Caleb Morin for the Trojans. Palma tried to block it. Dominguez. Trujillo almost got a piece of it. Now Lorette. Bonny Eagle trying to take it away, but Chessie gave it to LaBelle, and now TA trying to move the ball forward. Morin gave it away to number 21. That's Arlo Libby. Libby taken back by LaBelle. LaBelle slows down, and LaBelle going to put Palma through on the far side. Palma trying to get there in time. He cannot. A decent ball there by LaBelle, but just had a little too much on it.
Interesting little field hockey talk. I was reading some of the scores last night, and we saw our field hockey team lost to Chevrolet. I think it was 8-0 the first game of the year. And look, you knew Chevrolet is going to be good. Obviously, we're defending state champions. But we see that score, and you're like, oh, I don't know yet. But I saw a quote from Michael Hoffer, the forecaster, has been doing this for a long time. He said in his 23 years or whatever it was, he thinks he's never seen a field hockey team quite like Chevrolet this year, and how good they are. Because they played, I think it was Falmouth they played, who's a perennial power, and they beat them like 8 or 9-0 yesterday, and just like an unbelievable performance right now. So if you get a chance, you're a field hockey fan, try to check out a Chevrolet game. Besides the TA games, of course, but I guess there's something special to watch. And one of the things for them too is they play on grass on their home games, which is very interesting because most teams don't. And field hockey was made to be played on turf, so it's like a little advantage. And again, I did a documentary on them about 12 years ago when they made their run to states, and it's difficult because they have to practice on it quite a bit, but because they don't have turf up there at Chevrolet. But it is a little bit advantage because they can control the environment a little bit more. And one interesting thing, I don't want to give too much away, spoiler alert for the Trojan Talk interview. One question I asked today to the girls, I'll be on tomorrow, as we see Tia another chance.
Here's Palma, and I saved there by Owens.
Great save. I asked them about, turf. So here, certainly in all professional leagues, men, women, all over the world, they don't play soccer on turf. We play it on grass. And asked the girls, like, what do they think? They say they like playing it on turf better because obviously the fields that they play on here, the grass fields, they're not professional fields. And, there's a lot more inconsistencies and little holes and stuff that you can hurt yourself. Now, if you're playing for, Real Madrid or Manchester United, then the fields are going to be immaculate. But kind of interesting because every turf's different, too. Like Scarborough, they play at Scarborough in a few days, and their turf is brand new. And it's going to be a lot different than this turf, which is about almost 10 years old now. So it's a little different because you'll see in the Major League Soccer, I remember famously, like, there's been some great players around the league. David Beckham was one of them. Kaká, when he played for Orlando, that refused to play in New England because it was on turf. So, which is too bad for us, want to go see those guys play, but which is shocking to me because they should have turf. I mean, they should have grass there for a professional team, but that's a whole other thing for the crafts. But
it is weird. I mean, this turf I think is also unlike many other turfs, as this one heats up a lot faster and a lot more than other turfs. So I wouldn't.
Yeah, that rubber gets hot.
With that new Scarborough turf, I wouldn't, even if it's very hot for their game coming up for the girls soccer team, I wouldn't expect it to be. That was a nice move there by Lorette there as he's trying to get that ball to Morin.
It is. It's cork, and I was on the field for that whole game, or most of the game, and it's weird. It has definitely a different feel. I mean, obviously it's brand new, so it's really nice. And I don't know what's going to happen. I know they're planning to resurface this field here in another 2 to 3 years. So I don't know if that's just going to be re-putting the grass in, or they're going to really just take the whole thing up and put cork down. I'm not sure. Stay tuned for that.
Down to under 3 to go. And you see there are parts of this turf that aren't stepped on as much, that are like nice and fluffy.
Well, they have changed some. So if you notice, I'm going to zoom in on here because the ball's going out of play. This place I'm zooming in on right here at the top is a new piece of turf that I think they put in over the summer. That's the place where the boys lacrosse goals are, and that gets really roughed up. And so I did notice on both ends they have replaced. That's the first piece I've seen them replace, large piece. So obviously a little bit different color. But what you don't want is you don't want it to become a detriment. And for the that Scarborough turf was bad before this year. Because they use that for a lot of community events too. And the worst I've ever seen was the old Fitzpatrick turf, Fitzpatrick Stadium in Portland, where we played a bunch of times for states, and that was like a carpet, and not in a good way. Like the old AstroTurf, because they used that field for everything. And finally resurfaced it, I won't say 4 or 5 years ago, but I mean, our guys would have to wear like complete armbands, that tape stuff that you put on, just so not they would. It's dangerous. That's why they changed the cork too. It's not only the heat, but it's dangerous. There've been studies across the country where you get a cut and you get some of those rubber pieces in there, you can get infected and it's not good. So
Yeah.
I think the turf has really helped a lot in general because they're able to play a ton of sports. I mean, before you have big rains and it would just ruin the turf really easily. So it's not as traditional, but it's pretty much the standard now to get this field turf in here. Just get ready to empty your shoes out at the end of the day, even if you're just standing on it. I don't know how I get so many pellets in there when I'm not actually playing. But
I think no matter what our turf looks like, I think I'm still appreciative that we have a nice field here and that we still do have people that do take care of it and do their best too. And
one thing I want is I'd like the sideline for football to be really thick. You see some of the schools, like instead of this really thin sideline, like that thick one like you see in the NFL, just makes a big difference because on game days the players are told to stand back at least 3 yards, I think it is, from the playing surface, and there's really they kind of make an arbitrary line, and it's difficult. But that thick, wouldn't block anything else. Some schools have been doing that, and we're hoping that when they reline it, they'll have that there. But a couple years down the road.
definitely.
Yeah, the game kind of petered out here in the last 15 or 20 minutes. Thornton Academy starting off really strong, getting those 3 goals, and since then, it's definitely have some more TA chances. Bonny Eagle really 1 or 2 chances in the whole half, no matter what. But a lot of play in midfield right now as Thornton Academy does have a lot of their reserves in for now. Last 30 seconds of the half.
Ball goes back to LaBelle. LaBelle puts the ball through to Moore, and Morin's tackled in the box, and tackle was all ball, so it is a clean tackle. Bonny Eagle trying to clear it away, so get down to the last 5 seconds or so. Excuse me. And that's going to do it for the first half. So the first, 5 or 10 minutes are pretty interesting. Then after that, it was back and forth. TA has a 3-goal lead, all 3 from Joao Pavai. We'll take a break here on TA TV. Be back for some halftime thoughts and the second half of play.
Hey, Dan. How's that proposal coming?
Just finished. I am sending it right now.
Okay, good. Oh, no. How are we looking for noon? We got like 2 minutes. Dan.
Run over here.
Is this my room? Wow, Dad! Is this your room?
We are back here on TATV as TA is somewhat just practicing and passing around here in the field. Bonny Eagle still talking as a team. I'm not, far side of the field. I was looking for him. Right now, TA leads 3-0 over Bonny Eagle. All 3 goals came from Joao Pavai, junior for Thornton Academy. In the first half, TA dominated. As we got later into the first half, it became more of a back and forth game. TA put a lot of their subs on, but still held most of the possession. And TA really taking on with a nice game so far. And nice to see this from TA as their first couple games were a struggle, and even that win over Kennebuck was still a tough game. So a great game so far from the Trojans and Pavai. Bonnie, you're going to see what they can get going here, if they can get maybe a goal or 2 in this second half. And I'm Zach Duranko here with Jeff Christianberry on TATV.
Dream team, you know, we're getting used to these like 4:30 soccer games, you know.
Oh, yeah.
And then you and Mr. Pulsiver for
Girls soccer tomorrow.
girls soccer evenings, you know, and then
Yeah.
football, you know. We have some games coming up. One thing I haven't checked is maybe the possibility of doing the Thornton Academy at Kennebunk road football game, because that's at Waterhouse Field. And they have decent internet services there, so maybe something that's in a couple weeks. I've been so focused on the first 3 games for them because, you know, obviously the first game Scarborough and then playing Oxford Bedford. I hadn't really thought about like who's after that.
I think we have Bangor, Wendell, and Sanford. I think the other.
So Bangor. It's at Skowhegan is a game. Bangor is homecoming on October 1st.
Yeah.
And Wyndham's the night game. It's actually later. It's gonna be chilly that night because usually our night game's like the first or second week. It's gonna be like week 6 or 7.
That will probably be our blackout game, I think.
It will be, yeah. It's the only night game this year. Yeah. Bonny Eagles are in there somewhere as well. But they look a little iffy now after losing to Scarborough, who we put a whooping on in the week 1. I think the total score was for the 3 Scarborough games between the 3 levels. It was like, I don't know, like 68 to nothing or something. No, more than that even. Like over 100 to nothing. So their program's looking not the greatest right now. But who's looking really great is Thornton Academy. Here's another through ball.
VT. Good move. VT shot. It's just wide, but a good chance for a striker for TA.
That was deflected. You kind of half expect that to go in after what he's done in the past few weeks.
That blackout night at TA, that Bangor game, is a very special night for the fan section. It's something I like to call baby powder night or chalky white night because we get
bring a blanket.
Yeah, we get a lot of baby powder thrown from the fan section, and depending on where the wind goes, it has taken it away from the crowd before, but has also taken it right into the crowd, right up here into the booth.
It must have been last year because it was the first year we did football. I mean, I felt finding baby powder in my computer for like literally a week.
Yeah, it was bad.
It smelled okay, but that did not matter.
TA.
Yellow card for Bonny Eagle.
Looks like that is, he'll have to come off the field. That will be number 10. Oh, maybe not. Actually, maybe number 13 instead. That's Adam Nason. free kick opportunity for TA. And the referee stops that one as he's talking to the Bonny Eagle head coach.
Yeah, I just realized the coach is on the field.
Doesn't seem too happy with that yellow card call.
Yeah, I should look that up. I don't know exactly. I don't say what a yellow card means, but it's definitely, they have to come off the field. I don't know if it's like they're, I don't say suspended, but they're kicked out for the half or a certain time period. I'll have to keep an eye and see if he comes back into the game. But it's definitely not like in the pros where you just get a yellow card and move on.
Yep. Be a drop instead now. That ball sent through, nice pass to Malero. Malero got it to the outside, and it's tapped off the foot of a Bonny Eagle defender, so it'll be a free kick now.
What are you doing to track these balls? My bag's right here, boom.
It'll be the cross goes in the box, and Malero with a nice volley score. That is Vasco Malero, his first goal of the season. It bounced a few times, and Malero got his foot up in the air, was able to volley it down and in the goal. That is goal number 4 for the Trojans.
Yeah, good volley there. Tough angle, lots of bodies in the way. And Thornton Academy, they'd scored those 3 goals, but hadn't really taken advantage of all the corner kicks they were getting in the first half. But that time they don't score directly off the corner, but on the rebound, so good for them. Taking care of business here at TA today.
VT tried to take it away from Bonny Eagle. Drinkwater. Gomez. A little bit of a scrum there, but now that ball is sent through for Pavard, but it's
right idea there, but just
wide.
hit it too hard.
I'm going to say TA possession. So a throw in for Leiden. Pavai puts one into the box, and Ryder Owens comes out and makes a nice save. Owens will taking his time to make a decision. Looks like Owens going to throw it. VT got a piece of it, and then Leiden came across. VT, nice move. That ball goes through to Malero. They're going to say Malero was onside, and Malero just wide of the far post.
That was a great ball. I don't know if he uses back heel or whatever to send him through. These guys are having fun out there. And again, when these guys play confident, it's scary to watch if you're a defender. The starting lineup got maybe 10 minutes of run in the first half, scored those 3 goals, and sat most of the rest of the half, but they're back in there and wreaking havoc in the attack.
Gomez now with 3 Bonny Eagle defenders on him. Good turn. Pavai puts a shot on and a save by Owens.
You see what he's trying to do there. He's trying to curl it in the near corner and just didn't get enough on it.
TA really dominating on offense right now. Just whenever they lose the ball, they get it back really quick. Doing a great job to track those passes down. Pavai with 2 defenders on him, puts one in the box. Owens jumps up and makes another save. It's a long kick from Owens all the way back to Chessie, the center back for TA. This one headed forward, and now a chance for Bonny Eagle with as Drinkwater tries to make his way through Chessie. Here's Gomez. Gomez is slide tackled hard.
A little too hard, yeah.
Gomez is down on the ground, and he's making his way up. He looks to be okay.
One of those things, you don't slide tackle very often. In high school soccer, you don't practice it much. When you get slide tackled, it can be a little jarring to the system, but he seems to be okay. See, he's going to get another great chance. Good cross.
So it goes back to Leiden. Taken away by Bonny Eagle, but right to LaBelle. And Bonny Eagle clears it out of bounds back in TA's end. So now last goal, again, scored by Malero for TA, his first of the season.
Winning the race, here it is.
And that's a goal scored. That's the second of the day for Malero.
He put some oomph into that shot. Just a mistake by Bonny Eagle at the back, kind of let it through. And TA's got 5 goals here at Hill Stadium today. Impressive display here at the beginning of both halves by these starter players for the Trojans.
This is something you definitely need if you're TA. Obviously, you know, the first game of the season is a loss to Marshwood, and then that loss to South Portland when you really could have had it. And even after that Kennebunk game, which what was a good game by TA, but really got, Gomez had some really good free kicks, and that's what really helped them to win that game because Kennebunk played well. But a big win like this really, boosts your confidence, and they have some big matchups coming up. They have some good teams and some games that they're going to need to win, and so this really helps that confidence as a team to say, we can score a lot of goals in a game. It's not like we haven't been able to in the past. So it's definitely a great day for the boys soccer team as we see a lot of subs going to check on here. It looks like Derisi, Morin, and number 19, Colby Suru will all are warming up, as well as number 45, who has the jersey number of 42. That is Ki Lu Lau.
Eric.
Who's Eric, yes.
Goes by Eric.
Yep.
We're back giveaway.
Here's Drinkwater. Drinkwater tried to take another step, and Bowden came out and made the save for the Trojans.
Pretty quiet day for Bowden.
Gomez sending through Bedard, but the ball had too much power on it.
He absolutely crushed that. A couple subs for the Scots.
Number 19, that's Gabriel Holanda, and number 13, Adam Nason with the yellow card earlier, so he's allowed back on. That throw in. And finds its way to Gomez. Gomez tried to put it into the box. Here's Pavai sending Malero through. Malero scores.
Woo! Flare on that one.
Nice goal there by Malero. Right over the top of the keeper. So 2 hat tricks from 2 different players today. Malero and Pavai. And TA is now just dominating on offense. It's 6-0. And we are only 8 minutes, well, to be exact, 7 minutes and 56 seconds into the second half, and already 4 goals. Excuse me, not 4 goals, 2 goals.
3 goals in this
3
half.
goals. Oh, that's right. Yep, so 3 goals already. So they already matched all 3 goals they scored in the first half in 7 minutes and 56 seconds, which is an impressive feat.
And that shows some confidence too. He had the bottom right-hand corner wide open. He decides to really put some power into it and go high above the keeper there. So he's got some power on that foot. It's definitely the most powerful foot I've seen on the team.
Here's Drinkwater, blocked by Derisi. Good defense by TA. TA obviously going to start working into their bench a little bit more. Now up 6-0. Goal kick taken by LaBelle. Morin got a piece of it. That one's hit out of bounds. Be a throw in for Ben Savage.
Bonny Eagle has some size up front. The problem has been the service. They haven't really been able to get anything going in the midfield. get those guys the balls in good position.
Suru for TA number 19. Good tackle there, they're going to say. Now the goalie substitution going on, so Rory Bowden will take a seat, and Eric Lau will get a chance in goal today.
Good for Eric. He's been part of the program for a couple of years.
This one's headed down by Bonny Eagle. VT went up for it. And LaBelle now putting one through for Suru, who's up there with Malero. VT tried a long shot. Bedard trying to play it down here. Bedard goes back to Derisi. Derisi, good defense. Morin has it now. Morin is hit hard by Nick Freeman. Derisi will clear this ball way out of bounds, and that will end up in the stands.
Wow, big time.
But it actually just bounced right back out, so works out well. Here's Nason. This one taken away by Leiden. And Bonny Eagle going to try to move the ball back up the field, but here's Suru for TA. It's a back and forth play at midfield, but here comes Bonny Eagle with a chance. That through ball, a little too much power on it, and Lau will let it go out of bounds. It'll be a goal kick for the Trojans.
A couple more subs coming in for TA.
That is Amir Palma for Lorenzo Vitti, and Dominguez comes off, and it looks like I'm going to see who may be on right now. And that is Ryland Fauché as well, who checked in for Dominguez. Fauché trying to come back for it. Kabading doing a good job to hold it. Bonny, you're going to try to go all the way back, and Ryland Fauché will.
You don't see that too much in high school soccer. The whole, going back to the goalie. You see that quite a bit now in the pros, but in high school you don't really see it too much.
Foul call there on Bonny Eagle. Bonny Eagle still trying to play aggressive here. Morin quickly put a ball into the far side of the field. Palma couldn't get there, and now here's Nason for Bonny Eagle.
He just needs the extra point. That's it.
Nason tried to put one through to Drinkwater, but Derisi was able to block it down. Here's Morin. Suru out on the far side to Palma. Palma goes to Malero. Malero cutting back to the middle. That ball goes over to Bedard. Bedard, good touch. Bedard, that was with his left foot, and it went out of bounds. It's a good pass from Malero to Bedard, but
yeah, it's a little too much spin on that ball, I think, when it came to him. That was the problem.
Not the easiest touch for Bedard, who is a righty. So it'll be a throw-in for...
Goal kick, actually.
Excuse me. Yeah, goal kick. What am I
I
talking
know what
about?
you're saying there.
Yeah. Here's Nason. Nason to Kabading. And now over to Ben Savage for Bonny Eagle. Bonny Eagle now just trying to pass the ball around and move it up the field as a team. Into space for Coldwell. Palma blocked it. And now Bonny Eagle has to reset. Gets the ball to Harmon. This one taken away by Malero. Now here's Palma. Palma, good tackle there by Coldwell. Kept in bounds. Coldwell. Back to Nason in the middle. Fauché trying to track the ball down. That one goes to the sideline for Ben Savage. Good defense there by Morin, but Ross for Bonny Eagle can get it back towards the center. Here is Ross. back to Nason. And now Bonny Eagle with a good chance here. Nason putting a through ball in. Drinkwater was almost going to go touch on it there, but Eric Lau with the save for TA as he came out of his box, off his line. And it'll be out of bounds and a throw in now for Bonny Eagle. So still 25 minutes to go in this game. TA leads 6-0. Almost an entire set of subs here. And TA still holding possession and control of most of the game. Belmare cut it up to Suru. Palma pushed off the ball on the far side. That ball finds its way down to, that was Nick Freeman. Here's Bedard for TA. Goes back to Derisi. And Derisi gonna try to give it up. That one was to Pavai. They're gonna say Fauché was onside. Excuse me, that was Malero in the midfield who got that ball to Bedard. And Bedard, or excuse me, to Fauché. And Fauché's shot was an easy save for Rylan Owens. Here's Ben Savage.
Dangerous play there. Hit 2 TA players right around him. Got away with it.
As Fauché tried to hold on to that one. That one kicked out of bounds off Bonny Eagle, so a throw in for Bedard. Bedard gives it to Derisi. Derisi tried to put it forward. And Derisi got the ball back. Here's Malero. Good move by Malero. That pass goes to Suru. But good defense by Bonny Eagle to clear that one away. And it will end up out of bounds. And now 2 subs come on. Santiago Lorette and Egan Kabading for TA and Bonny Eagle. And Malero and number 10, that is Matt Chamberlain, will take a seat for TA and Bonny Eagle. That one is going to roll the line all the way back to the TA bench. Just throwing right in front of the scorer's table for Launch Derisi. In the air, Fauché brings it down. Lorette. Bedard takes it away for TA. Bedard is pushed from behind, going to call a foul. It'll be a free kick now for Justin LaBelle. He's a good, say a good 40 yards out. That long kick, it ends up too far, and I was going to say offsides as well, so a little extra space for Ryder Owens to kick away for Bonny Eagle. Tried a short pass instead. Lorette fighting for it in the midfield. That long pass almost found its way to a Bonny Eagle player, but LaBelle came across the field and made a nice save. Not a nice save, a nice clear.
Sub coming in here. Looks like new goalie for Bonny Eagle.
That is number 20, Connor Cormier. So stopped by Hollanda. Trying to put it back in the box. Belmare is able to clear to Fauché. Nice pass from Belmare. Morin puts one through to Suru, and they're going to say
Offside.
offside.
I think so. halfway through the second half. Again, very similar to the first half. Thornton Academy scores 3 quick goals, and then game kind of settles down from there.
So it'll be a free kick for Bonny Eagle. Trying to send the player through, but LaBelle heads the ball down. Here comes Morin. Morin gets into Fauché. Fauché with a nice chance here. Fauché putting on some speed. And his shot goes to the close post. A nice save there for Cormier.
Probably needed to make that save. Don't want to take the risk of it sneaking in your near post. Another corner for TA.
This cross on the ground. LaBelle trying to get a piece of it. Good defense by LaBelle, but it's that foul call on that one. This will be a free kick for Bonny Eagle. Here's Morin for TA. Back to DeRisi. That ball goes to Fauché. Fauché is fouled. I think they'll let him play on. Fauché has it now. Stopped by Bonny Eagle. Morin fell, and he's still trying to get there. And Bonny Eagle will take away. Under 20 to go. TA and Bonny Eagle just back and forth play with a few little attacks, but nothing major. I'm going to say Fauché was offsides.
Take a look again at their upcoming schedule here over the next few days. Next week, tomorrow, girls soccer versus Biddeford, 6:30.
And we have...
Oh, I have a little error on here. Yeah, it should say Saturday, Thornton Academy against the middle one should be Bedford, New Hampshire, and then next Friday night, 23rd, boys soccer against Falmouth.
Very nice. A pretty long break there, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This will be from Saturday till Friday next week.
So we have a Trojan Talk episode coming out sometime tomorrow, and then we'll also have one next week too. So if you're don't be alarmed. I know you're not gonna have your TATV fix all week. You're gonna need
What will they do without us, Zach?
I know, right? They can't they can't live without us. So they'll get some Trojan Talk next week, and I bet we'll have lots to talk about with week 2 of the NFL and maybe some soccer stuff. And I think at some point we're gonna have to start working on the pick the winners little thing that we had that you ended up winning last year.
Can I say, I'm retiring as a champion, I think.
Yeah.
I mean, why would I do it again?
TA, Lorette, and good save there by the keeper. Lorette put a little chip shot high in the air, and the keeper made a nice save. This a good kick too.
Gosh, he skied that out 65 yards.
And Drinkwater got a head on it, but put too much pressure on. And
Ooh, Lowell came out of the box there. I don't think they noticed it.
that was close. This one bounces. Suru trying to get a touch on it. Tried to put one through, but it's out of bounds. Palma did not make the run. I mean, some subs coming on. Looks like number 14, Diego Camara, and number 23, Dominic Martin, will go on. LaBelle and Belmare will take a seat. Some changes in the defense. TA still.
It's good to get to different looks of guys, see if they can play midfield defense in a game that's out of hand.
There is Holanda. DeRisi.
Oh boy.
Clears it away. Almost got blocked out by Drinkwater. Fauché trying to get to Morin. Good takeaway by Bonny Eagle, but good defense there by Martin. Holanda. Far side of the field, stopped by Kamara. Here's Mora now to Bedard. Bedard going in the box to Fauché. Fauché got through, but he didn't see it in time and
ran out of space.
ends up out of bounds.
Frustrating for him, of course.
Looks like 3 more players are also warming up to get in this game. That is Luca Trujillo, a junior, and then 2 seniors, Shah Dejuma and Tresor Olela. For the Trojans. Holanda couldn't get a piece of it. Derisi headed it down. Palma. And they're going to say a handball off TA, so it'll be a free kick all the way back at around the 25 or 30-yard line. This free kick, almost got a piece of it with a header by Leiden, and Kamara will clear it out of bounds. You might be asking yourself, well, Zach, why does Alvin Kamara of the New Orleans Saints play TA Boys Soccer? And you would be mistaken, that is Diego Kamara.
Well, you actually pronounce it Camera.
Is it really?
I believe you do, yes, because
Okay.
with a C.
I try to joke there. It
Yeah.
just didn't work. Just didn't work at all.
Yes. Diego's from Merida, Mexico. His brother Kino was also a student here.
Here's a chance now for Ross.
Oh, no. I don't want that one back.
Who missed a great opportunity there.
That was their shot, Zach, of
Yeah.
getting on the score sheet.
Merida, Mexico. That's a fairly popular spot. I think, do we have a lot of students from there?
Absolutely. This year, not as many. Last year, we had like 12.
Yes.
And this year, we had maybe half that. But I actually spent some time there over the summer. It's kind of my second home now, my vacation spot. It's right on the Yucatan Peninsula, kind of about 3.5 hours, 4 hours from Cancun, kind of on the north side of the Yucatan. Just glorious beaches. Big city of 1 million people, actually, and very hot and very, tropical climate there. So they come here. And this is about as cold as it gets probably in Merida all year. So, yeah, we've had a lot of students from there. We've been very successful in that area, and they love coming here. Different type of beach, though. They're used to the tropical white sands or, lighter sands that we have and
Yeah.
lighter water. But
That through ball blocked by Derisi, who's had a good day today on defense.
Lorette's also from Merida, Mexico. I should say that. I think they're the only 2 on this team. There's some others from Mexico. There are a lot of them from Mexico City. And as we mentioned, some of the Brazilians as well. Vasco Malero is from Mexico. I'm 90% sure. I'm not sure which part, though.
Good.
Bonny Eagle fans are into it. I'll give them that.
Good block by
12
there
minutes
by
ago.
Derisi. And Santiago Lorette, I think, has he been here?
He was here last year.
Is this
And his brother, Francisco, was also on the Thornton Academy soccer team before him.
Yeah.
Now he's going to, I think he's going to school in LSU. He was with last year, so.
It's nice to see some of the international students come back.
Yeah.
For more than just 1 year.
Yeah, Mexico in general, as that shot comes in, a little high. So Mexico in general, usually their students only come for 1 year.
Yep.
It's interesting. So when you get students from countries like certainly China and Vietnam, Korea, they usually come for 4 years. Germany, like 1 semester. And
Yep.
it really comes down to like what their schools are like. And for German students, if they stay for more than 1 semester, their German schools don't accept American credits very well, so you'd have to make up a whole year back at home, and most of them don't want to do that. But when you have Italy, Spain, Mexico, a lot of these kids coming from 1 year. But we have seen more and more that are coming for more than 1 year. And I think COVID had a big to do with that, because last year, Mexico was still very much hybrid, remote even. Even now they're still wearing masks in school and everything. And some parents just want a different option, so their students decided to come back for a second year. So makes it good. We have about 28 countries, I think, this year in the dorm. So lots of different countries this year.
Yeah, it's definitely nice to, as I said before, to see those kids come back for more years and shout out to Carlos Ebeli, who I think this is this his 3rd year?
It is. So he was here freshman year, and then wasn't here sophomore year, and then he was a COVID kid. Like, he was not planning to come back. I know him pretty well, his family. Not planning to come back to TA. He's going to play football down in Mexico, and then at the kind of the last minute, his team in Mexico City, this was a year ago, a little over a year ago, said, hey, we're not playing football this year, and so he decided to come back to TA, and now he's back for his 3rd year. So he took his second, sophomore year off, and now is started the team, which is great. I mean,
Yeah,
it's nice to see hard work getting paid off, and he's a top wide receiver on our team this year.
And he has gone. He's gotten some attention from some colleges around here to play football. So
Yeah, he's definitely looking to do that in college. So
yeah. He had a great game versus Oxford Hills. He was definitely one of TA's the highlights of that game for TA.
yep, he has a good touchdown as well. Also, JP Baez, who's a kicker on the team from Mexico.
That free kick is blocked, and now here comes Holanda, trying to put that ball through for Bonny Eagle. Martin kicks it high in the air. DeRisi fighting for it. Trying to put a shot on now. Cutting back is Schmader, cleared away by Martin. Here's Trujillo. Switching the point of attack to Palma. Palma. Trujillo, and it's blocked down. Bonny Eagle now trying to clear the ball away. We are down to 8 minutes, 45 seconds left. TA still with that 6-0 lead. One more time, we want to thank our sponsors here this fall season on TA TV. We want to thank PNC Insurance, Saga Bedford Savings, and the Webb Family Law Firm. And as Jeff said earlier, if you ever want us to help sponsor, if you want to sponsor us here with your local business, or if you want us to help you promote your business and or show your, if you have a commercial for us or anything like that, you can always reach out to us on any of our social medias here on TA, or email Jeff at I don't know your
Jeff.Christenberry, thorntonacademy.org. But it's probably that's a tough one to spell, so just any messages here is fine.
That shot comes in as saved by Cormier. I'd be lying if I said I knew your email by heart. So
It's all right. It's a long one.
I know sometimes I think I feel like most teachers and staff members have that Jeff.Christenberry at Thornton Academy.
Yeah.
But I know some people also have personal emails. And
Just thorntonacademy.org is long to start with, and then you have a long last name. And
yeah. There's Ross. Ball goes back to Finley Whitting. DeRisi playing defense on Holanda. Holanda gets it to Harmon. Harmon sending the through ball in to Schmader. Leiden on defense.
Nice job there, putting it out, making sure it's not a corner kick. More subs coming in for Bonny Eagle, emptying their bench here.
This is Ryder Owens, who was playing as a keeper. He's now going to check on the field.
That's why I was wondering why he had different color shorts.
Arlo Libby and Carson Roberts as well. Throwing for Schmader. Owens tried to get a header on. He could not. This one's going to bounce out of bounds right near the TA bench.
Not often. They have 6 goals in the game, and they're all scored within like 4 minutes. 3 that were really quickly in the first half, 3 quickly in the second half. But these are still the moments where coaches are watching, and you want to get more playing time later on in the season. This is the chance to keep the effort high, and certainly if you're TA, you want to keep a clean sheet.
Lau tries to kick it away. Bounced a few times, but DeRisi got a head on it. Now Bonny Eagle puts it out of bounds to be a throw-in for TA. See Coach Carlson still talking to his starters on the bench, telling them what needs to happen. There's definitely a lot of teaching moments here.
All Right, Tia moved to 2-2, which is good to start, but you wanna get some momentum here. Get 3, 4, 5, 6 wins in a row, solidify your playoff spot. So there's not much pressure at the end of the year, regular season.
We talked about this earlier in the season, is that they started their year off as there's a nice heel pass. Here comes Caleb Morin, and Morin tried to put one by, got blocked. A great save by Cormier. Morin almost scored his first this season.
Probably should have. Didn't get too much on it. I mean, good save, but also didn't get a whole lot of power on that shot.
But as I was saying before, you know, the first 2 games of the season was Marshwood, who they lost to 3-0, who, if I'm not mistaken, was state champions last year for boys soccer. And then the next game was against South Portland, who has a great team this year, and a lot of great players. As into the box went Olayla. Olayla, I think, was looking for a foul, and Cormier makes another save. So
Cormier staying busy here. 2 good saves.
Cormier doing a good job as the subbed on keeper, and a nice clear. Leiden heads it down. Here's Ross. Good defense by Martin, and then DeJuma. Tried to clear to the center for Olayla. Here comes Lorette. Lorette puts it out wide for Palma. Palma then to Olayla. Olayla is out there on the far side, puts the cross on, but he couldn't get enough on it.
Just ran out of space.
4 minutes to go. Seeing their sub come on. Here is Ben Savage. At midfield, Lorette fighting for it with Carson Roberts. Here's Olayla.
Well, that's you.
Thank you. Trujillo shoots just over the bar.
He's been a little lively here in the second half, trying to get his goal. We should get a cough button, sneeze button. We don't have one of those. They do on the radio.
I should have. Although I should have looked down and turned my thing off. Yeah. Just came on. The sneeze came on a little too fast.
Yep, it happens this time of year. Cold front coming in tonight, so a little chilly tomorrow morning, I think, for all of us.
That long ball by Bonny Eagle sent out of bounds. 2.5 to go. At this point, both teams just kind of move the ball around, see if they can get anything exciting going. Schmader tried to get it over Leiden. Trujillo kicks it to Morin. Morin cuts back inside. Morin puts a shot on, and Cormier makes a save. Morin's had a couple shots here in the last few minutes. Couple saves made by Cormier. DeJuma couldn't get a head on it. Here's Olayla, kicked out of bounds by Savage, a senior defense. Then for Bonny Eagle. Under 2 to go now. It'll be a throw in for DeJuma. Into the box. Headed away. Cleared back to Dominic Martin, who got a nice touch to Morin. And then Savage kicks it out of bounds again. DeJuma. Giving it to Trujillo. Trujillo, good cutback, gets it to DeJuma. DeJuma gave it to Olayla. Olayla couldn't control it, but decent passing there by TA. Martin steps into it and clears to the far side to Palma. And I'm going to say Palma was offsides.
Might be the last chance there for TA going forward. It's a solid win, Zach. I mean, that's really all you got to say. Just they get the kind of dominated early in both halves, get the solid goals, a couple hat tricks from their guys. I mean, nothing to really complain about for TA, for Coach Carlson. You just want to keep the momentum going, as we mentioned before. Good win, but keep it going. We'll see them again next week, next Friday night. They have a couple games between now and then.
Yeah, definitely a great game overall for TA and a nice 6-0 win. 2 hat tricks, one scored by Pavine in the first half, one scored by Malera in the second half. You don't see that too often. As Lau picks it up as we have 20 seconds left. And as you said, TA moves on to 2-2. And I believe their next game is away.
Probably Bedford, right? I would think.
Or Biddeford, and then I think after that, I think it's Westbrook. And then obviously we have Falmouth next week at home against Falmouth. So that will do it here at Hill Stadium. TA wins 6-0, moves to 2-2. Bonny Eagle drops their 4th game in a row. They are now 0-4. That's going to do it here from Hill Stadium. I want to thank you all for watching this broadcast, and we will see you all tomorrow night for girls soccer versus Biddeford. Have a great night, everybody.